Washington, after the Warriors had cut to 5, have pushed it back up to 8 with 8:15 remaining. And our Toyota Tundra keys to the ball game. Well, and Roger Mason's been the difference.
Pressure the point, but the Warriors gave up so many turnovers in that first half. And right now, the Wizards are plus 11 in points off turnovers. Mason has had a career night. The offensive rebounds, second chance points. The Wizards are also plus 10 there. They are also plus 6 in the free throws, and yet the Warriors are right in the game, so they're doing something right in the second half.
Nick Young, who drew the foul on Harrington, an opportunity to complete the three-point play, and he does. 3 Warrior team fouls. Washington only 1.
We talked about that third point, by the way, or the second point, the transition. The Warriors, 23 fast break points. They average a little over 21 to the Wizards 9, so there's the difference there.
Jackson inside, having it knocked away, and it's Wizards ball.
No.
Don Nelson is going to lose it. The last 4 or 5 whistles have him incredibly incensed.
Jackson thought he had a trip to the line, and then to add insult to injury, they don't give him the possession.
Young missing, Harrington good rebound. Warriors had it 99-94. Barron will be called for an offensive foul. It goes from bad to worse.
Well, let's see this one. Starting to go. Well, he lowered the shoulder, but defender was moving all the way. Nick Young did not establish position. He was moving.
Get down 23 for their comeback to happen. You need things to be perfect. But as Mason steps out of the line, I'll tell you, the Wizards are getting the most amazing road whistle in the history of the league.
He stepped on the line. They probably should give him a hoop for that. I hate to be a homer, but the Warriors have had some raw calls over the last four calls. Amazing.
Long way to go. Monte wing jumper, rimming it out, and Haywood the easy rebound. What those whistles have done is taken the crowd out of it, given Washington new life. They've scored the last 4.
Haywood sets a vicious screen out there.
Nick Young, nifty move behind his back right to the rim. And the rookie of SC with a terrific move. That's a 6th straight by the Wizards.
Washington's done a good job getting back after scores. A lot of times the Warriors take advantage that way, but they haven't been able to tonight.
Jackson from deep, and he drops in the 3 at just the right time.
I'm going to say this about Stephen Jackson. We talk about Baron Davis. Jackson had all-star numbers as well, Bob. You look across the board, he had all-star numbers.
Jackson's got 28. Nick Young continues to feel it.
He's one of those scorers. He gets it going. Tough to stop, and he's feeling it.
So the Wizards, after the Warriors had come from 23 to nip it to 5, have pushed it back up to 10. Harrington from deep. That's a deep 2. Now Harrington with 19 off the bench. The Warriors have to be perfect here. An 8-point game, half a quarter. Digging uphill all game long. Knocked out of bounds, Washington ball. Timeout comes at a good time. 5:58 remaining. An 8-point ball game. And do the Warriors have enough gas in the tank to complete the comeback? Washington behind a career high from Roger Mason with 28, leading the Warriors by 8 midway through the 4th. And we head to Matt Steinmetz. Wizards pretty good against the Western Conference.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You know, the Wizards have lost 7 in a row, Bob, yet they're still in the 6th position in the Eastern Conference. They're 2 games under 500. Gilbert Arenas actually talked to me about it before the game, about the Eastern Conference, how it's so easy compared with the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, they're 10 games over, Bob. They're barely holding on to the 8th spot. And I want to ask Jim, what happens if the Warriors lose 7 in a row? Are they still hanging in there?
Not in the West.
Not in the West. Atlanta has the 8th and final spot at 21 and 26 right now.
Well, you hope this game does not come down to a single point, because Al Harrington's shot was a 3. It was ruled a 2. And Benny Adams called something he could not have seen.
Well, he stepped over, but then he stepped back. And it should have counted a 3.
And so Don Nelson continues to be angry. He's had some interesting ones in the fourth quarter. Down 8, 5:58 remaining. Jamison and Blotch with Brendan Haywood. Haywood, that baby hook. Ball out to an open spot, and Monte on the move.
Gonna go down the middle here.
Right, and Haywood kick it out to Jackson. 3 on the way. Rimming out Barnes with a rebound. Monte to Harrington, and he is fouled.
There's a time to dunk and a time to get an easy 2 off the backboard. You'd love to have Harrington just finish that. No criticism, but in this game, you got to get greedy and got to make up for everything. This would be easy right off the glass. Beautiful play by Monte. But you go off the glass real quickly and release below the rim, and then the ball's already up there. Then you get fouled, and you got a 3-point play.
Harrington's first free throws and knocking that one down. Warriors had it down to 5 at 99-94. Chance to cut it to 6 here. And down 23 in this ball game, down 17 at the half. And trail by 11 heading into the fourth. And it's this end, the defensive end. But they'll have to slow down the Wizards.
I'll tell you what, they haven't given up, to their credit. First and second half are very different.
Nick Young with the collision and the foul on Harrington.
Interesting, because they're calling a lot of blocks down there, and that one Baron Davis charge, to me, was much more apparent than any of these.
The games people play are not the ones you see on the air. FSN Bay Area Uncovered as the first web exclusive program go underground and under the radar. On sports like freeboarding. Nick Young has paid dividends with 10 points off the bench, and he scored the last 8 for the Wizards. And 9 in the fourth quarter for Nick Young. They get it to 6, and they can't stop Washington. Barron from deep. Long rebound right to Harrington. Tried to put it up with the left hand. And Haywood with the rebound. Nick Young. Shuffled the feet there. Missed the shot. The rebound out to Blotch. And Haywood is the one who kept it alive. Eddie Jordan's going to take a timeout. With the ball, 4:51 left, and an 8-point lead. Everything's got to be perfect when you're trying to come from 23 down, and the Wizards trying to hold off the Warriors.